Welcome to the right-hand menu. You can automate your target audience engagement scenarios with our ready-to-use workflows. In this video, we're going to show you how to create a self-help menu with options that your customers can choose and navigate before logging a service ticket, an inquiry, or even a purchase order to replace parts or consumables. This is similar to the interactive voice response menu, or IVR options, that we hear on toll-free numbers. After this, you'll be able to set up your employees or field service agents for each of those menu options, and have the tickets assigned to them automatically. Before we begin, let's look at some of the settings we have enabled. These include settings like how many agents should be notified when a ticket is created, how the agents move these tickets to their work queue by verifying through an OTP, how they can close the tickets with an authentic feedback code from the customer, etc. Let's begin. There are several options we can enable or configure in the Settings tab. First, we scroll down to the Chat Conversation settings. Here, we set up the capture of a free text input from the customer when they have selected the options from the self-help menu. This will be the last step in the conversation, before a ticket is created. We can use one of the standard options in the drop-down like description of the problem, the model or serial number of the product or device, etc. Or, we can define our own custom keyword. Note how the sample message looks like, and how the description and the sample text fit into the message text, highlighted in yellow and orange colors, respectively. Save the settings in the end. Next, we scroll down to the Advanced Conversation settings. Here, we can enable an OTP-based authorization of tickets. When your customers create tickets, the details, including the OTP, will be sent to them as a follow-up message on the chat conversation. The field agents or employees who are notified about this ticket will have to contact the customer to understand the problem. Then they can ask for the OTP from the customer. The employee who is keen to work on this ticket will be able to move this ticket to his work queue by getting authorized when he texts the OTP that the customer has shared. The customer can share it with all the agents who contact. We can configure how many agents will be notified about each ticket by selecting a choice from this dropdown. And we save the settings in the end. Now, scroll down to the Feedback settings. Here, we have the option to capture our customers' feedback on each ticket they create, after it is resolved by one of the employees. Like we saw in the previous section enabling the OTP, when your customer creates a ticket, the details can include feedback codes, for quality ranging from excellent to poor. If this is enabled, the agents will have to ask for the feedback code from customers, without which the ticket cannot be closed and marked as complete. This promotes ticket ownership and commitment to high-quality service delivery. Again, we save the settings. Now that the configurations are done, let's look at the creation of menu options. We've already enabled workflows based on template sheets like inquiry workflow, Q&A flow, and survey workflows. We've also created a menu option called Register, and we've applied the inquiry workflow-based product registration template to it. The inquiry workflow takes care of your inbound lead funnel automation, as well as setting up outbound campaigns and social media ads, for a seamless discovery of your products or services. The Q&A flow answers the frequently asked questions, which can also help your customers to perform self-diagnostics on the device. And the survey workflow automates your customer survey tasks, including the capture of their feedback or net promoter scores. Now, we are going to create menu options that help your customers navigate and perform self-service tasks, like logging a service ticket, or even ordering parts and consumables. Let's call this option Helpdesk. In the Workflow tab, navigate to the keywords under the first row. This will list the keywords like inquiry, Q&A, register, etc. Select the option to create a new entry, and enter the keyword and its description. In our case, it's Helpdesk, and the description is self-service options. Now, hit the Create button. There are more options visible right below the newly created keyword. One of the options lets us create agents, or employees. But that's for later. First, let's create all the classifications, and the self-service options within. By clicking the Next button, we will get to the next row, where we are going to add options or choices. Keep tracking the sample message that your target audience would get. Let's say, you are a consumer goods manufacturer, with your own direct-to-consumer channel. Let's add a few products to the list. We're first adding refrigerators, under the keyword Helpdesk. Hit the Create button and proceed to the next row, where we add two categories under refrigerators. The first is the frost-free range, and the next is the direct cool range. Next, we add microwave ovens, under the keyword Helpdesk. And we add two categories under microwave ovens. The first is convection ovens, and the next is grill-based models. Now, we can keep adding more branches to the decision tree here. Let's add more categories under convection ovens. We add 3 subcategories or models. Let's now look at how the decision tree looks like. Customers can go back and forth within this tree structure, and will be able to create service tickets under any category or model. Now, the categories we added last do not have the next button. The decision tree ends at this level. If more subcategories are needed, we simply increase the current count of 5 steps to what we need in the chat conversation settings. Let's check out how the decision tree branches out when a customer interacts with the self-help menu-based chat to create a service ticket. In this example, the customer reaches out to our Telegram channel using his Telegram account on a mobile device. They could also reach your Facebook page or Messenger and create a service ticket. Check out the description for links to videos on mapping your Facebook page, or even other digital channels. From the main menu, they select Helpdesk. Now, they see the 2 category options, namely, fridge and microwave. On selecting fridge, they get the subcategories as 2 options, namely, direct cool range, and frost-free range. Selecting an option here, they get to the last step where a free text input is captured. This is the step we configured, where we can even ask for the model or serial number of the device. After the text is captured, a service ticket is generated and the details are published. There is an OTP in this ticket. There are also feedback codes to rate the quality of service upon completion. Next, these tickets need to be assigned to field agents. So first, let's create field service agents, or employees, who specialize in the service calls. Creating employees will help with the automation of tasks like assignment of tickets, which in turn can get attended to by your employees and eventually get closed. Your customers can reach our automation solution from several digital or social media channels. But your employees can use our automation only from Telegram Messenger. So, before creating employees, you'll need to set up Telegram Messenger as a channel. Once done, the same Telegram channel can be used by your customers too. You can also set up your SMS gateway configurations in the Settings tab, if you have a gateway account. When you create employees, they will receive an SMS with a link to your Telegram channel. If you do not have an SMS gateway set up, you can personally share the link and the self-registration code or OTP with each of your employees. When your employees click this link, they will be guided through the setup process. Once they complete the setup, your employees will start getting notifications about new tickets on their Telegram Messenger from your Telegram channel. Check out the description for links to videos on creating Telegram Messenger bot for your business, as well as setting up SMS gateway configurations. Let's click the Setup Agents link under Helpdesk and go to the Manage Employees tab. Now, we can create employees under Helpdesk. And we select the specialization or subcategory, which in our case is either refrigerators or microwave ovens. Let's select refrigerators as the specialization for this employee. Next, we provide the employee ID or code. This is a unique identification for each of your employees. You can use the ID from one of your other internal applications, say a payroll software. And we also provide the employee's name. Next, we select the way in which the registration instructions are shared with your employee. If you have your own SMS gateway set up, and if you've configured it in the Settings tab, then this is straightforward. Your right-hand men account will automatically send an SMS to your employee with the instructions and the link. Finally, we enter the mobile number of your employee, along with the country dial-in code, and hit Create. If you do not have an SMS gateway set up, you will have to share the link and the instructions to your employees directly. If you want to do that, just select the registration channel as Telegram, and you will see the self-registration link, along with the registration code or OTP. Your employees will need to know 3 things. The first is the self-registration link. This link will be created automatically, and displayed when you hit the Create button. The second is their employee ID or employee code. The third is the self-registration code or OTP. Without these, your employees will be unable to complete their registration on your Telegram channel. Similarly, create employees and map them to all the other specializations, like microwave oven, in this case. If you've shared the details with your employees, they can download Telegram and create their account with your Telegram channel by clicking the link you shared. They open the link and click the Send Message button. They are taken to your Telegram channel, where they can start the process by hitting Start. The automated workflow asks for their name and the mobile number mapped to their Telegram account. This number needs to match with the mobile number that we've used when creating this employee record in the Manage Employees tab. After confirmation, they're asked to text their employee code or ID. If it matches with the records in the database, they're asked to text the OTP. This is the self-registration code. On successful match, the registration process is completed, and they'll be getting notifications on new tickets. Let's now look at how employees get notified, and what they can do to manage those tickets. First, they get a message that shows a snapshot of the customer's location, and the device category. They can agree to get more customer details for this ticket. Or, they can let it pass. Other employees may agree to this ticket. If this employee agrees, by texting the ticket code as suggested, then the customer's contact details are shared. Now, he can talk to the customer, understand the problem in the device, and finally ask the customer to share the OTP. If this employee wants to take up this ticket, he needs to confirm his intention by texting the OTP. At this point, the ticket is assigned to this employee, and it moves to his work queue. After working on the ticket, the employee needs to complete it by texting the feedback code. He can ask the customer for the feedback code, based on the quality of his service delivery. After completing a ticket, the menu options are displayed again, where he can agree to get the customer contact details of new tickets. He could also confirm the tickets he wants to work on, or even complete the tickets that he has already serviced. Even though everything is automated, you may want to be able to manage the tickets in extraordinary situations. Events, like an employee falling sick, or a recurrence of a problem that was just resolved, needs a human in the loop to override the automation flow. Within the Conversations tab, you can do all of these, and a lot more. Stuff like assigning and reassigning tickets to a specific employee, or even complete, cancel, or reopen tickets. Or, you can just get a high-level snapshot of the nature and complexity of the tickets, SLAs for the response and resolution, or even look at the conversations for opportunities to cross-sell and upsell your offerings. We start with a simple search. The parameters include conversation type, keyword, ticket status, date range, etc. We are shown records with columns that list the conversation number, the audience's contact details, and the details of the conversation. Conversation details include the current status, the assigned agent's info, as well as the conversation steps that the audience chose or texted. Then there is also the type of conversation, whether it's a service ticket, escalation complaint, inbound inquiries, outbound campaign responses, or even feedback surveys. Any of the conversations can be managed with the options provided below the records. Just select the conversation, and depending on the status, whether it is new, assigned, or completed, we can assign it to an employee of our choice, or complete the ticket with an appropriate feedback rating. We can even cancel the ticket, if the target audience is unresponsive to our employees' communications while trying to resolve the ticket. For any queries, you can email support@4byoff.com. That's support@forбyof.com.